What's going on, Atlanta Falcons fans? It's your boy Big Low Country once again for another episode of ATLiens Sports Zone. I got my boy here.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Tonyo, aka Terror Artist 404 Gaming. You know, you might have seen that channel around.
I got my
Hey,
other.
hey everybody, it's your boy Travis, better known as LT. You know, we came to bring it this week for y'all good people.
Oh
We
yeah.
came, we came to bring it. What you mean we came to bring it for, Trav? What you talk about, man? What in the world?
I'm a little pissed off. I take that back. I'm really pissed off. But we ain't gonna get in there quite yet.
Okay, all right. So what we got going on this week, Tonio?
All right. So, what in your opinion? We're gonna go positive first. What in
Okay.
your opinion did the Atlanta Falcons do well in Week 1? Big country, you go ahead.
Well, I mean, 450 passing yards. That's pretty good. I think that's a real good thing. I think we should have been in a situation where we had 450 passing yards because we shouldn't have been behind in this game. I see that everybody is talking about how well the defensive line looked. And I heard a lot of people say a lot of things about Tack McKinley, but that's definitely another topic. But yeah, I mean, from what we seen from the running game looked really good. And I mean, Matt Ryan looked like Matt Ryan and Julio Jones looked like Julio Jones. What y'all think?
Me and my perspective, we did state before that they shouldn't have a problem in getting to Russell Wilson. With them not being so good at pass protecting, but I was gladly to see our defensive ends and D tackles get after the quarterback, at the times that they did and everything like that. Like you said, Julio, Ridley, Matt Ryan was Matt Ryan. People gonna say it was garbage time stats, whatever. To me, it was still in the game. So that's how I feel about week 1 and things that we really did positive. What you think, LT?
To reiterate what you guys said, we definitely our superstar players, they pretty much perform like they supposed to. Like you said, Ryan was Ryan, Julio was Julio. Really was really a surprising fact that I didn't expect Russell Gage to come out his first game with us. As a as a pure number 3 that to be as well as he did. But it's like offensively that one issue. Even Gurley was on his way to having a decent game until I'll probably say like until the game got out of hand. But other than that, offensively we performed in my humble opinion to the best of our abilities. I don't like is the fact that Ryan it takes the coaching staff to get to a point where the game get out of hand before they stop. Before they want to say, here you go, Matt Ryan, here's the keys to the Ferrari, drive it for us, please. Like, do that early on.
Right. Right, I believe they should do that early on, earlier than what they did. They always wait until we down by like triple scores or it's towards the end to be like, all right, Matt Ryan, here go the keys, do what you got to do. When they should have been doing it when they seen the shit was failing. You feel me?
Exactly. I mean, it's like we know from over the years, like Matt Ryan, whenever he runs that no huddle offense. And the thing is that, look, I understand that running a no huddle offense isn't the best thing to do for the full game. I mean, but look, after that second quarter, or even after halftime, like let that man run that no huddle offense every other drive. Just so we could, because the more first downs you get and the more touchdowns you score, the better everybody plays, offense and defense. So
Correct.
yeah, that's what I think.
I wholeheartedly
Yeah.
agree to that. See some of the comments down here. What's going on, Anthony? Right? You
What's going
know,
on, man?
I mean, we definitely, offense. Like I said, offensively, I see we did pretty good. 25 points to me is enough to win games. What we need to do is focus on this defense. Our defense has to improve. But main thing was what really stood out in the loss to me more so is the coaching. Oh my God, boy, the coaching. It's it's getting to that point that I'm getting tired of having this conversation where coaching is a big factor on why we're not being as successful as we should be.
Right. What's up, Dwayne Lewis? Said that our offense is amazing, defense is suspect. I mean, you're right about that. Anytime your quarterback can put up 450 yards, and then you got three wide receivers go over 100 yards each. The problem wasn't necessarily, on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, I guess you can say it kind of was and kind of wasn't, but it wasn't because the players at all to me. It wasn't the players' fault at all to me. And our offense, performed passing wise, but not running wise because we didn't have the opportunity to.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean, because y'all seen that first drive, like Gurley. I don't know if y'all noticed it, but Gurley, he almost busted one. Like I think it was the second or third run he did, and yeah, I mean that free safety, he was the last man there, and if he just would have got past him, he probably still would have been running right now. But I mean that running game definitely did get going. I'm very excited to see what we do once it's an evenly matched game, and we're not trying to just play from behind all the time and lose a bunch of fourth down conversions. I think that's the biggest thing.
And also, Jeff talk real talk sports. We don't know what's really going on with the audio. We don't know why it's echoing. We had a problem with that before, and it seemed like it got resolved, but we don't really know what's going on. LT, what you like to say?
I was going to touch on the fact that offensively, because he brought up the Gurley run, I was very shocked that Gurley got tackled in the open field the way he did, because I felt like if he probably to put a couple moves on Quadre Diggs, man, it was like you said, it was definitely the house money. The Julio was there for the block, Hayden Hurst was there for the block. If he made Quadre Diggs miss, man, he's off to the races easily. Like I said, just like the offense has always been good, but what I'm going to bring to the table is the coaching staff. To sit here to listen to the post game interviews with Doug Curtis saying stuff like we didn't game plan for Jamal Adams to be used the way he was used, or hearing Raheem Morris saying things like, "Oh, I didn't expect, we were so hell bent on stopping Chris Carson, but you don't factor in game planning for Russell Wilson." That makes absolutely no sense to me. Like, what are y'all doing?
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It's one of those situations where it's like the man has been a MVP type player for a long time. It's like you got to take that man into consideration. Like, come on, man, what in the world?
The reason, Henny, I agree with you with that too. About you saying third down, we can't get off the field. That is a huge issue. Like that Ricardo pass interference, you cannot have that. You cannot have that.
No, man, but you know how I feel. I think it's one of those situations where, nowadays this NFL nowadays is one of those things where they throw too many flags, man. I mean, I can see why they call the pass interference, but come on, man. Like, he didn't impede that man's progress, and it looks like if he would have caught that ball, he need to be making a whole lot more money if he would have caught that pass. That's all I'm saying. Because that ball seemed like it was.
Anthony, right? Why isn't that swing pass to our running backs in the playbook anymore? If it's still in the playbook, why aren't we running it? That's a good, successful play. What y'all think about that?
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. Whenever, I don't know if y'all noticed it, but they tried to run it 2 times on third down. The first time they tried to run it, I forgot. Somebody came off the edge, that same side that Jamal Adams was blitzing off of on Caleb McGarry's right side, and they tipped it, but they tried to run that play a couple of times. They tried to run that little swing pass, but it just didn't work. And I don't think they just wanted to run it too many times, unfortunately.
Which is wrong, because when you run that play, one time the ball got batted down. If they learn to pick up that protection, Matt hits Gurley out the backfield and he takes off for the race, it's an easy touchdown.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, he was gone. He was gone. There wasn't nobody because I don't know if y'all seen it, but Wagner, he was inside. By the time he got there, by the time the ball would have got to him, Wagner was completely out of position because it looks like he came down on the blitz.
Right. So this next topic that everybody probably waiting on, we're probably gonna have a little bit to say. What went wrong / who do we blame? Big Country, go ahead.
Well, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all something. The fact of the matter is that, and I don't know if y'all listened to us right after the game, but at first, I was blaming only the coaching staff about not converting on those fourth down conversions and not making adjustments for Jamal Adams blitzing off of our right side. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. When it comes to football and when it comes to blocking for our offensive line, I'm pretty sure you know this, LT, because you played on that offensive and defensive line. And I'm pretty sure you know, Antonio, because I'm pretty sure you came down on some blitzes whenever you played safety yourself. But when it comes to playing on that offensive line, there's so many adjustments that are made. Now, one time, whenever we didn't pick up that fourth down conversion and he blitzed off that right side, it looks like Gurley might have was supposed to pick that one up, but he played fundamental football and picked it up from the middle first instead of picking that blitz up on the outside. I mean, and you can't blame him for that. So it's like, can we really blame coaching for that? Or should Matt have told the offensive line to slide right instead of left?
I mean, we don't never really truly know what goes on when he's calling them audibles and calling the protection, sliding. But from what we can see and from what we know from Duck Cutter and our coaching, they should have been getting them Matt Ryan ear. Somebody should have been getting them, somebody ear being like, hey, he coming off that side a little bit too often. Let's have somebody chip it. Let's put a tight end there. You feel me? Let's do certain things to help these young two offensive linemen out because they couldn't stop it. They couldn't stop it at all. And that was really what's pissing me off because it seemed like they was coming off from a 4-6, defense. Straight up. And like, look, we gonna blitz Jamal Adams on this side, and we gonna keep doing it until they do something about it. And Atlanta didn't do anything about it, so we got the result that we got. What you think, LT?
I'm just saying. At the end of the day, man, like there's a lot of adjustments that have to be made. Like I said, like I brought up, it's definitely coaching. You have and you have to be able to make adjustments mid-game. You can't keep allowing a person like Adams to keep coming off the edge and disrupting the flow of the game. Like if he keeps coming off the edge, somebody got to make that adjustments and see that whether it could be Matt, Dirk, Cutter, whoever. If Cutter is on the sideline calling plays from the sideline, then we need to put him in the skybox so he can see the field. Something has to change in that aspect because you can't continue to allow things like that to happen and not make those in-game adjustments because that's part of football. Yes, you look at film and you just see what you can prove for your team for the following week, but you have to make in-game adjustments in order for you to be successful in the long run. Now, for you to go on, let me touch on this person here because they asked, do you think Casey should start or Ricardo? Now, at this point, our team, what I've been seeing, I've been talking about since this whole all season started. They're running a 3 safety look. Now here's the thing about the cover 3 scheme that our head coach love running so much. You have to have athletic and mentally and instinctive safety to play this type of coverage. Like in the grounds of like Ed Reed or something like that. We have three guys that bring 3 different things, safety position to the game. Ricardo is our ball hawk, Keanu Neal is our heavy hitter, and Ricardo Allen is the brain. So if you get that's three people that's pretty much one safety, but you need all those 3 to combine to be that one safety. You can't have just one. You can have each safety having their own specific thing that they're great at. All of them have to be one person.
I mean, and you know what? I'm glad that you mentioned that, LT, because look, This thing about KZ being a ball hawk. I just want to talk to everybody about that. I understand that KZ led the league in interceptions. I definitely understand that. But do y'all realize that most of these interceptions that this man got was off of tip passes? We're talking about ball. Whenever you tell me a ball hawk, the definition of a hawk is somebody that goes and gets a ball out of the air, not after it's tipped. So my thing is that is KZ, is he an actual ball hawk or is he opportunistic? Because on that fourth down conversion, whenever DK Metcalf just took a few steps past Isaiah Oliver, I didn't see KZ in the picture. That man was practicing social distancing.
That's what I was about to say. You've seen some instances where, KZ has done it, and then you see him act like he don't have no awareness at all. And that seemed to be the case on that touchdown pass. He ain't had no awareness of all. Isaiah Oliver was all alone by himself, and we all know what was bound to happen if, Isaiah Oliver is left on the island by himself. We got another comment saying maybe one of these days our coaches will be talking things we executed to win instead of things we learned from a loss. What you think about that, LT?
I would hope so. Seeing that, it's like they repeatedly keep making the same mistakes. And it's like, when are y'all going to learn from these mistakes? You can't keep allowing this. Because right for now, we did the same thing started last year. We went 1-7. But then when you make the adjustments after the bye week, you go 6-2. So it's like, we need to figure out what we did after the bye week and sustain that coming into this season so we can have a better start and a better chance of making the postseason than going hypothetically saying like 1-5. And then it's like, oh snap, it's time for us to play football. But now you subject to lose games later on in the season because every game isn't guaranteed. So now you at that point where you have to, you basically got to win out just to get in the postseason. The good thing is you do add the extra spot this year coming with, an extra playoff, with an extra playoff team. But you don't want to be in a position where you got to need help to get in the postseason. You want to be the team that you control your own destiny. That's the best way to be. If we win, we in. That's it. That's all that matters. Not if we win. Oh man, we need the Detroit Lions to beat the Chicago Bears just to get us in the playoffs.
I hate it. I hate that way. I hate that at all. And Falcons fans, don't be afraid to ask any questions, comment any questions. We'll be answering more so of them in our special segment straight for y'all. We all for y'all. This comment says, go ahead.
Oh, my bad. I was just going to say, y'all make sure y'all check us out. Subscribe to us at Atlanta Falcons Nation. Make sure you hit the notification button, please. Thank you.
Right there. Real quick, we're going to get to this comment. Quinn from Donna Arthur Copass, I think so. Quinn calls the same thing for the past 2 seasons and the same calls all over again. Other teams know what we're going to do because it's all nothing but repeats from past. Quinn has hit a brick wall. He has no strategy. What you think about that, Big Low?
I mean, I seen someone said, I think GGG, he put in the comments earlier that he was like, look, man, Quinn only makes adjustments when he's about to get fired. At the end of the day, I mean, that's what everybody does. I mean, whenever I think I'm about to lose my job, I show up on time.
I thought honestly that he was gonna learn from the last end of that season and carry that in until week 1. But go ahead, LT. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you good. No, I was laughing because Lowe said, if he feel like he gonna get fired, he gonna improve. And I'm gonna show up looking like when they call me the office, I'm like, what for? The one thing about me was, listen, I gonna get fired. I'm gonna fire me another one easily. But with that being said, though, like you do, but like I said, now it's to that point. Like this cover 3 scheme is not working now with our defense. And I know people might think I'm crazy for saying this, but the type of defense that we have and the athleticism that we display on our defense, I really feel like we should be playing more cover cover two man, which pretty much everybody up front playing man across the board, and you just have two safeties playing deep, just to kind of eliminate that over the top plays, like the touchdown that happened in the game. Like it'll save that and whatnot. Because don't get me wrong, I understand people might be like, "What about our tight ends? What about tight ends going out the team?" That's why we have a Foye Olakun and a Deion Jones on the team, because those guys got the speed to cover those. Now, if they make the catch, so be it. But sometimes you got to bite the bullet. I'd rather be in a position watching my linebackers like covering somebody and the person making the catch and they can make the tackle, than leaving, single high safety and you just leaving your corners on the island, like you did Isaiah Oliver this past Sunday, when you left him on DK Metcalf on the island and he got torchwood.
Right. Now, this next topic is predictions on week 2 versus Dallas. Now, this time, I'm going to let LT go first, because he seemed to got something against the Dallas Cowboys. So, what you think?
For everybody that's watching, I would like to say parental advisory is in play right now, because I would have to come out and say, fuck the Cowboys. I hate them. I hate them with a passion. I hate their fan base. Everything about Dallas. Every time you turn around, we gonna win the Super Bowl. Last time you saw a Super Bowl, VHSs was popular. I don't give a damn about no Cowboys. And if it now I tell you about it. For Falcon fans, y'all beef with the Saints, I get it. I call it the Atlanta, Louisiana beef, because based off locations of both of both teams and whatnot. I said, but where I'm from, the part of Georgia that I'm from, is more so Cowboys are fake Patriots fans, and I hate the Cowboys. Every time you turn around, somebody got to show up wearing a Cowboy jersey or got some type of cowboy apparel on. Heck, listen, I work on trucks, and there's a dude that asked me to do a jump start for him because his battery died in his truck, and when I get to him, he had a big old star on the side of his door, and I left him sitting there. I don't want to see nothing about no Cowboys. You're going to sit here because you're a Cowboy fan. I don't like Dallas. I hate Dallas. We should beat Dallas. Dallas is nothing. They is nothing. Damn Dallas.
What you think about that, Big Low? How you think we're going to fare against them Cowboys in Jerry's world?
Man, I'm going to go ahead and tell you. I think Dak Prescott, he's at a point right now where, the man wants to get paid. Yeah. I agree with anybody who's trying to get paid. I think he's going to get paid, but I don't think it's going to be from the Dallas Cowboys. I think this season, he's going to try too hard. I think the Cowboys are going to start out 0-2. I think we're going to kind of get everything put together. And I think we're gonna get the Cowboys by a good 9 points. That's what I'm thinking. What do you think, Tonyo?
So you saying we gonna be 1-1 after Sunday?
Yes, sir.
I mean,
we better be. I got money on the line. I got money on the line. I got a phone loaded with memes to drag Dallas for the next 2 weeks. I need this W.
It's just like this comment right here. If Quinn gone, we kill Dallas. I'm not going to say if Quinn is gone, but if Quinn coaches the way that we expected him to coach when he came here, the way that we were supposed to look, the way that we looked the second half of the season, which I thought I was going to see Sunday, I don't see us losing to Dallas. And this because Dallas, to me, I'm not scared of Dak Prescott at all. So my thing is, if we can contain Zeke, that should be the main thing right there. Even though he do got Amari Cooper, and then CeeDee Lamb, and then they got what's his name, Michael Gallup. But I'm not scared of Dak Prescott at all, man. The defense is not all that to me. Y'all got one person, Lawrence, and then Jalen Smith. He ain't all that to me, but let them say he the next big thing.
And then Vander Esch is hurt. So it's like,
is hurt. So I
but
really see Matt Ryan shredding that defense again.
But Tonio, the question is has Alden Smith put down the ganja, and is he gonna play ball? That's the question. Because if they got two good pass rushers, if he's over there on Caleb McGarry's side, I'm pretty sure Dexter Lawrence is gonna be over there.
I think that's the side he lined up on.
Yeah.
Anyway, so.
But I mean, the question is, what's going to happen with that offensive line? That's the question.
Now, you know what? Now, remember now when we did our show last week, I touched on this. I said that last week was going to tell me a lot about our defense, and this week was going to tell us a lot about our offensive line. So, I already got the answer for my defense. I don't think they played bad. It's still some improvement, but, I don't think they was that putrid. But offensive line, when you got to look at, Alden Smith, DeMarcus Lawrence, Randall Gregory, and now Everson Griffin, you got your hands full. Y'all definitely got your hands full. If you could protect Ryan and open up running lanes, because me personally, I feel like the rushing attack would be very pivotal in this situation. If you could open up running lanes by there's no Kyle Bennett-ish and no Sean Lee, that's where if I feel like that's the weakest part. I mean, I don't, besides the secondary, that linebacker core is tore down. Very unfortunate for injuries, but it's just tore down. Now, for us defensively against Dallas, I can also say that we definitely got to bring it. I'm definitely sure that Zeke will see 20 plus touches if you know what I'm saying, like against us. Our line gonna have to be stifled up front, and our linebackers gonna have to make sound tackles because Zeke is a game breaker. We all know this. Zeke is definitely a game breaker. He will turn a game around at any given time.
Right.
As far as pass rush, so what?
Anthony Wright says on my NFL blog, a headline just popped up stating the Falcons are already in a must-win scenario. I cannot agree more. with that statement. They was in that week 1, but we already done lost. So,
let me say this.
But we are in a must-win situation, and then we can win the Dallas. That'll show teams that we can't bounce back. Go ahead, LT.
Let me say this, because I would say this. I didn't think week 1 was must win. Because like I said, I had us losing, but like I said, it wasn't that we lost that game. It was the way that we lost that game. So that will make this game a must win game. Because it's like I said, it wasn't the fact that you lost last week, it's how you lost last week. So this week has turned from, if you lose, you still, you ain't gonna hit the panic button just yet, but you go play with a sense of urgency. To now it's like, if you lose this game, oh man, we might have to hit the panic button real quick. Just a possibility.
Go ahead, Big Low. What you got to say about that?
I mean, I think, look, to be honest with you, I don't think this is a must-win game. I think that it's one of those situations where, we know that there's an extra playoff spot, and this might just be the natural procrastinator in me that's coming out. But I know that there's an extra playoff spot. We know that we're going to have a battle in the NFC South. We already know that. We still don't know who the Buccaneers are. The Panthers, they were kind of iffy. I mean, look. Like, the whole thing with the Buccaneers is like, they didn't look good, but, you never know. Like, Tom Brady might just tell Sean Payton, like, look, all you got to do is just record the practice and, we'll be good to go. But, I mean, we start off 0-2. We still haven't played, our division yet. So it's one of those situations where, if we could get our footing about us, we might do something even after we go 0-2. And like I said, it might sound far-fetched. I don't know what y'all think about it.
Man, I got to get into this comment right here real quick. We're in the portion of where we're going to answer all for y'all comments. We're gonna bring y'all up to the forefront. Say what y'all got to say. So, LaWanda Simpson said, we need a new quarterback, all that other stuff you talking about, and a new coach. And we probably win 5 games this year. We sorry. I'm sorry.
Y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead for me real quick.
LT, y'all go. LT, you go.
Nah, you go ahead. You go ahead real quick. Go ahead real quick. Low.
Man, I heard an alarm in the background. That must have been a BS alarm or something. Like what? What in the world? We need a new quarterback. Come on, man. This man just passed John Elway for the most passing yards in NFL history. Now, this isn't a situation where we're talking about the first 10 years or first 12 years. We're talking about the most passing yards in NFL history. Need a new quarterback. Do y'all realize that we hadn't played with that? Matt Ryan's only had a okay defense for like a couple of years? Why would we need a new quarterback? This man is throwing for 4,000 and 5,000 yards, a former MVP. And it's like, I apologize, you know what I'm saying, if I'm starting to sound like LT, but need a new quarterback? What in the world? That's my quarterback.
Right.
What y'all talking about, Neil? So I guess y'all want Michael Vick back, right? I guess that's what you're saying.
They don't want Michael Vick back. They want Joey Harrington back and buying level. They really did. They really think we need a new quarterback.
I guess they want Byron Leftwich back. I guess that's what they want back. I guess.
Man, look, hey, my opinion on that is, okay, Matt do has his up and down. He do have his problems, but he have his ups more than he have down. And we've been through worse quarterback situations than we are right now. Matt Ryan has given us memorable moments, even though the Super Bowl, we're gonna forget about Super Bowl. How many comebacks had this man led us to? How many different things he have done that Michael Vick couldn't do? Michael Vick couldn't do it. Byron Leftwich couldn't do it. Joey Harrington for damn sure couldn't do it. And now y'all want to get rid of this man for what? Now he got things he need to work on. He does, like everybody else, but he is not that major problem. He is not the major problem of our Atlanta Falcons. Coaching is right about now, and that's my feeling about it. What you think about it, LT?
LT, he must be having technical difficulties or something right now, but yeah, man. I mean, come on, man. Matt Ryan's the best quarterback in Atlanta Falcons history, and until y'all can give me some definite facts to prove me wrong, then I'm going to continue to say that. I mean, there's nothing else that y'all can say. I see that Donna just said that Matt Ryan needs a new head coach. I mean, look, the man's won with Mike Smith and the man's won with Dan Quinn. Both times, the man's played very successful. Y'all realize that, and we were talking about this the other day, Tony. You actually brought this point up, but there was a Matt Ryan had the opportunity to go to 4 Super Bowls. What in the world? Could you imagine if this man had a top 10 defense any of those years? We definitely would have been going to Super Bowls.
We just said this last night, man. If we had, the Ray Lewis type of defense with Baltimore, he would have 3 or 4 right now. And this coming ain't nothing but right here. Vic didn't win either. He was awesome, but he ain't got a ring either. He was all for entertainment. And I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart, bro, because, I became a fan around like 2001 through 2003. So he was the first person I seen. I was a young black kid seeing a young black quarterback with braids and tattoos and then rap videos and stuff like that. I thought it was cool. But then, he did what he did. He's past that. So he was not the passer that we needed. But then I can also say they didn't build around him like, we thought that they would. What you think? What you think about that whole big situation, man?
Man, look, at the end of the day, Michael Vick was too busy being in a Rubber Band Man video and smoking weed to be worried about trying to win a Super Bowl. Look, I understand that Matt Ryan hadn't won a Super Bowl, Miss Lawanda, and I definitely appreciate your opinion. But the fact of the matter is that at least Matt Ryan tries. Like Matt Ryan has won you an MVP. This man will curse out the star wide receiver. He'll curse Julio Jones out on live television, because he just got that fire about him. The only time I seen Michael Vick get mad was whenever somebody took his water bottle that had the weed in it at the airport. That's the only time I ever seen Michael Vick get mad about anything.
Right. And the whole thing about that was, man, Michael Vick even said it himself. He didn't study. You got a quarterback that's in the film session night in and night out, trying to figure out these defenses and performing like he's really doing the film study. Versus when we had Michael Vick and he said, "Don't be."
It was strong enough to give him the ninth place.
Right. And he ain't no Patrick Mahomes or Lamar Jackson with it, but he's a good quarterback and he's more than solid, bro. With the stats that he's going to the Hall of Fame. But I do agree with you on this, saying that Matt Ryan is very underappreciated. What you think about it, Big Low?
Yeah, man, he underappreciated, man. That man's underappreciated. Y'all gonna realize what y'all miss whenever that man leaves. Whenever Matt Ryan leaves and we get Nick Foles as our starting quarterback, and y'all gonna be like, man, we would have been able to get a field goal before halftime if Matt Ryan was here. I don't even want to hear it. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear y'all say, well, Nick Foles is good. I know that he's better than Matt Ryan because he won a Super Bowl in Philadelphia. I don't even want to hear. Y'all gonna see how good Matt Ryan was whenever y'all realize, whenever we get a new quarterback. And unless it's a Patrick Mahomes or unless it's a Lamar Jackson, y'all gonna be looking crazy.
Right, so we might as well just go ahead and get away with Matt Ryan, take that cap hit, and go ahead and start Matt Schaub, right? Since Matt Ryan the problem, right? What you think about that, B-Lo? We don't want to see that, right?
Nah, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Never, man, never.
Man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we ain't gonna go back to the same. Like we get to something else. Matt Ryan has a great deep ball. I don't know what these people are talking about. We've seen, like LT said, our partner that went off. He connects with everybody deep besides Julio Jones. We don't know. We don't know what's going on. Why they be so off, but he can get these no-name wide receivers and make them hit 67 yards, 80 yards, 75 yards, whatever the case may be. But Julio, them, I don't know what their chemistry is like, man. But that should have been a touchdown on
Sunday. That should have been a touchdown on Sunday to Julio because Julio had him beat by like 3-4 steps, but he just had to slow down to get the ball. But if that was Olamide Zaccheaus or Taylor Gabriel or Roddy White, he would have hit him in stride. He wouldn't have been no better than walking down there and putting it in his hands. But it's something about Julio. Sometimes he had to slow down or turn around and come back and get the ball. I've noticed that.
Well, I guess we going on a Matt Ryan frenzy today because that's all that y'all are commenting about right now. Anthony Moore said, stop it. He sucks. You're going to see with all the new talent, Matt sucks. Bro.
Man, everybody worried about it.
Go ahead, Big Low. Go. Wait, hey.
Man, look, I don't know what profession that y'all are in. But the fact of the matter is, like, nobody's coming to you. I'm an insurance adjuster. I pay people who make their mistakes, and nobody's coming to I'm pretty good at my job, but nobody's coming to my job whenever I make one mistake and be like, man, you know what, you suck. Then you get somebody else to do your job. Nah, man, this man, he's gonna make mistakes just like everybody else. Patrick Mahomes, he made mistakes last Thursday night when he was playing quarterback. But nobody pays attention to that because Patrick Mahomes is the popular guy.
Right. I mean, even when Patrick Mahomes had his MVP season, I even said it to myself. I said to myself, it's only one season, man. He got to do better than that, and he not better than that, but he got to go win. And then he came and won Super Bowl. He shut me up. He shut me up. By all means, he shut me up. But Anthony Wright just said, I just seen the comments, our defense has to have that game tackling mentality against Ezekiel Elliott, because if we don't, he is going to be a problem.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you, Anthony, the fact of the matter is, what we need to do, the best defense against Ezekiel Elliott is scoring points. If we could jump up ahead of them by 10 or 14 points, they're going to feel the need to throw the ball more. And, Ezekiel Elliott, he's definitely a threat in the passing game, but something about Ezekiel Elliott just hits differently whenever he's running downfield on you. So if we can put up some points, that'll be our best defense against Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah, because ain't no one man going to stop him. Let's be honest. And definitely not on our defense right now. Ain't no one man gonna stop it. Is he back? LT, you back? No, but ain't no one man gonna stop Ezekiel Elliott, man. He's a tough guy to bring down, like in Madden 21. They say he's a freight train. So you need that game tackling mentality to him.
There's just something about a man who gets a tattoo on his lower stomach and shows it to everybody. I don't know what it is. It creeps me out. But this man got this tattoo on his abs saying "feed me." It just kind of freaks me out. I don't know, man. It makes me feel weird. I be wanting to turn away from the channel.
Right. We got another comment here from Donna. She said, "Only problem I see with Matty is he listens to Quinn. I wish he would go out on the field and take over and change the plays and be aggressive towards the other team, because Quinn's standing there like a deer in the headlights." What do you think about that? I'm going to let you go, bro.
Look, y'all. Dan Quinn is not going to do everything. When it comes to a coaching staff, everybody has assignments. They have, there's defensive lineman coaches, offensive lineman coaches. You got your offensive defensive coordinator, secondary coaches. Look, y'all don't realize this, but there's even a coach on every team. His main job is to making sure he takes care of who's substitution. He takes care of the substitutions to make sure who comes in and out of the games. There's guys that make sure that everybody stays on the sidelines so they don't get no penalty for having too many players on the field. Like, Dan Quinn's not going to do everything. So y'all have to realize that it's not a situation where if anything goes wrong, oh man, see Dan Quinn, he's just standing there like a deer in the headlights. Like, everything is not his job. It's his job to oversee everything. That's his job. LT, you back, bro?
LT, I'm gonna let you get into this. LT, I'm gonna let you get into this. And what you think about this comment right here?
About the one about Donna.
Only problem I see with Matt is he listens to Quinn. They wish that he would take more control in situations and be more aggressive and say, "Nah, we're gonna run this." What you think about that, LT?
I do wholeheartedly agree with her. Because I do feel like Matt deserves more say so than anybody on this team, because quite frankly, compared to everybody on this team right now, Matt's been here the longest. He's been here since 2008. So he should be, if anything, people should be answering him, especially offensively, on what he want to do and what needs to be done. So for people, like, I do feel like what she's saying, Matt do need to take control of the team, especially offensively, and tell them, listen, this is what we're doing. This is how I like things. Because quite frankly, I look at Cutter like, how do you not run no huddle? You've been here before. You know how Matt operates. Matt operates at his highest level when he run in no huddle. I don't understand that, because if anybody did research on Matt Ryan and his career, he always thrive in no huddle situations. For people to not let him do that until the game get out of hand, it's just stupid to me. Because you wait till the game get out of hand, like, okay, Matt, run no huddle, and then he goes down the field, get you points. And now you got fans saying stuff like, stat Ryan, because he putting up points in quote unquote guard time, but like that's not his fault. If your offensive coordinator allowed this man to do what he's supposed to do, we wouldn't be in certain situations.
Right, and I do agree with this comment by Anthony Wright. He said Ty Gurley and Brian Hill both need more carries. We have to use them in the passing game also. I believe I was pissed off that Ty Gurley only got 14 carries. I understand the knee problems, but when he's doing pretty well, you got to keep going to him. That he was going to be a difference maker than us winning and losing. And then Brian Hill. We only saw him a couple of times. We hear all this stuff about how he doing at training camp. Well, let us see it. Just like, not to get off the comment, but Hayden Hurst, all these seam routes, we talking about him doing the things, and we don't see it. So, Dirk Cutter, he got away from the run game. Going back to this comment, he got away from the run game totally, completely. As you see, Matt Ryan had like 54 passes, so we didn't get to really see much of our running backs. What do you think about that, Big Low?
I mean, I definitely agree, but it's kind of like what I mentioned earlier. At the end of the day, it's like it's kind of like what LT said. In a situation where you're behind 16 points, like you really don't got a chance. Like we don't got no time to run the ball now. It's like what I want to see out of Ty Gurley the most, and what really hurt us, and what I was the most excited about whenever I heard Ty Gurley was coming to the Atlanta Falcons. I want to see some pass blocking. That's what I want to see from Ty Gurley. I want to see him look and see who's coming on a blitz or who's getting through and pick up that block so we can actually have more manageable downs, because third down and 10 and third down and 12, like that's not going to work, man.
Yeah, what do you think about that, LT? What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, I felt like they were trying to be as balanced as possible. It was one series in the game against Seattle where like we ran the ball twice and we only got like 2 yards out of it, so it made it like 3rd and 6. As a matter of fact, that's the drive when we ran the fake punt. Like, I said, I think they try to keep it as balanced as possible. Because like I said, Gurley was getting yards when he was getting the touches, but when the game got out of hand, we had to get away from the run. So that's why he wasn't seeing as many touches as we thought. The couple times I seen Brian Hill get the ball, by the time he touched it, he was getting stuffed in the backfield, which I think one play though, the reason why he got stuffed because I think Jake Matthews made the wrong step. He went to help the tight end instead of coming up to help, instead of doing down blocking like he should. If he down blocks like he was supposed to initially, like the play is possibly a big play waiting to happen, or at least you getting a good yards out of it. But it's certain, like them key missteps that what hurts the team as well. You have to be able to be on point on your blocking schemes and stuff like that. So, like I said, I definitely want them both to get more touches than what they did, but we have to stay in the flow of the game, and hopefully we don't get behind early, so we don't have to get away from the Russian attack.
And GGG, tag is gone. We don't need that kind of attitude here. We are going to get to that in the last portion of the show, so make sure that y'all stay tuned to that, because we got a lot to say about that. We have a lot to say about that. We'll do one more. Y'all do realize that Quinn still want Dirk Cutter to run some type of the same offense that Shanahan is running. We're going to go to you, Big Low. What you think?
Look, Wallace, I hear what you're saying, but there's one thing that you got to keep in mind. First of all, the first mistake that you made, Wallace, is you don't put Dirk Cutter and the word run in the same sentence. Because Dirk Cutter does not believe in running the football. The fact of the matter is that the main difference between Dirk Cutter and Kyle Shanahan, he'll run the ball until the cows come home. But Dirk Cutter, the first time somebody gets stuff, I think LT, I think you mentioned this last night. The first time somebody gets stuff, or the first time, we're at a 2nd and 13, Dirk Cutter be like, "See, man, I told y'all we should have been running this ball. Let's throw this thing 54 times." And that's the problem. That's the problem.
You can't associate Dirk Cutter with running, man. You just can't do that. Now we are at the extra point, guys, where this is where we just let it all loose and let everything that we want to know be known to man, let it go. So I guess we're gonna start with you, Big Low. What you want to speak about? The floor is yours.
I mean, look, like I said earlier, y'all, I understand it was a tough loss. Look, we got to stay on it. You know, we're Falcons fans. We got to learn how to. We all know how to deal with this kind of adversity.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is that every week I'm gonna have one of my favorite sayings. All my friends know one of my favorite sayings is "What in the world?" And every week I'm gonna have a "What in the world" moment. And this week, my "What in the world" moment is going 0 for 4 on 4th downs. You got to have a play in place where you know that you got to have a money play in place. If for all y'all that play Madden, Tony, I know you play Madden. LT, I know you play Madden. You got to play in place that you're gonna get off on 4th down. You can't be on 4th down, go 0 for 4. What in the world, bro? What's going on?
Yeah, that's all you got to say, Big Low. That's all you got to say to the people.
Hey, man, that's pretty much it, man. I'm just ready. I'm ready to get this win against Dallas this week. Look, y'all make sure y'all follow me at Big Low Country Sports, Big Low ATL. That's country spelled with a KU because you know I am country. We take a while for us to learn how to spell down there. Y'all make sure y'all follow us.
What I got to say is, first of all, subscribe to Atlanta Falcons Nation. If you haven't subscribed to Mad Mike Sports, what are you waiting on? Subscribe there too if you're watching from somewhere else, and subscribe to Terror Artist 404 Gaming. I would appreciate it. But let's get to the meat of this, bro. Tom McKinley, shut the fuck up. And I say that because you act like a little bitch at times. You know how, not to call women bitches or whatever, but if you go through something with a woman, then they go put it out on social media instead of keeping it in the house. But you gave us a reason to second guess you. You gave us a reason to call you garbage. You gave us a reason to say the things that we gotta say. You said last season, if you don't get 10 sacks, you're gonna cut your dreads. You should be bald head by now, bro. And that's being honest. You should have shaved it clean, bald off last year to let you know you a dude that don't keep your promise. And you had 3 sacks last season, maybe 4. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. And then you had 1 sack. Russell Wilson basically lied and gave it to you because he seen nothing was about to happen down the field, bro. He seen nothing was not going to happen. It wasn't nobody open. He gave it to you. You had a good game, man. Just keep it at that. You don't see Grady Jarrett saying that, oh, I got 3 sacks today. Blah, blah, blah. Where's the love? Where's not the love? Or Matt Ryan, for all you haters, when he do have games where he throws for like 500 yards a couple of years ago, you don't see him on Instagram or Twitter saying, I don't want that fake luck. That's who need to be saying it, bro. That's the person that need to be saying it. So my thing is, Pat McKinley, if you perform week after week after week, you give us less and less and less to say, bro. That is it, and that is all. Stay off of social media, stay off of Twitter, Facebook, wherever you at, because we're going to continue to clown you just because you acting like a little punk and posting stuff like that. You're a football player, you supposed to get sacks on the regular. The way you talk the draft, oh, find me later. We think we finna get a dog and ain't been nothing. But you get 1 sack in the first quarter. Couldn't get to him after that. And now you want to talk big ish popping, like T.I. said. That's my point, man. Subscribe to Atlanta Falcons Nation. Subscribe to Terror Artist 404 Gaming. Subscribe to Mad Mike Sports. LT, you got the flow.
Before I get into my soliloquy, just let everybody know, once again, this is LaTravis, a.k.a. better known as LT. If you want to find me on any type of social media, especially Twitter, follow me at wordplay_kid26. I talk sport, make jokes, whatever the case may be. But since we got football back, that's what you're going to see. Second thing we're going ahead and let y'all know, Parental advisory once again. Viewer discretion is advised. Because I know I was handling some business. My job was calling me. When I get off the stream, I gotta go to work. But Matt Ryan haters. Y'all make me fucking sick. Every time I turn around, y'all got something negative to say about this man. This man go out there and pass 37 for 54. First of all, we should be passing 54 fucking times in the game. But we passed the ball 54 times. He completed 37 of them. We ain't going to even factor in the fact that this man had a couple players drop cover his passes. So it could have easily been over 40, anywhere from 42 to 43 or 44 passes completions. But if you did the math, the man going out there and completed 68% of his passes, 2 touchdowns. Yeah, he had an interception, but pretty much the game was out of reach. He was trying to make something happen, and we lose the game. But the first thing y'all say is we need us a new quarterback. The Wanda Simpson plays. Listen here, I don't know how long you've been a Falcons fan, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, ain't no way in here you gonna sit here and say that you're going to either let him go, trade him, we need us a new quarterback. What y'all fail to realize is, do you not know how many quarterbacks that has been drafted in all these, since this man been drafted in 2008, you don't have plenty of QBs that came in the league and they are all washed out. You don't have Jake Lockers, you don't have Christian Ponders, you don't have Blake Bortles, you don't have this trash motherfucker, you don't have that trash motherfucker, you don't have Sanchez, you don't have JP Losman, or whoever the hell knows, you don't have famous crab leg Jameis out here stealing crab legs out of the public, and you motherfuckers out here want to get out here and talk about, oh, let's get rid of Matt Ryan. Do you not know how hard it is to find a damn quarterback in today's league? These shits don't grow on trees. They don't grow on trees.
They say you could go out and pick them like a peach. That's what they saying.
I wish. If that was the case, then damn Chicago would be stuck with Mitchell. I'm not a bitch Trubisky right now. But guess what? That's what they stuck with.
No, they want Mitchell Trubisky. That's who they want.
You stuck with Mitchell Trubisky right now, but you think you could just go out there and just find you a quarterback and, oh my God, oh Lord, lo and behold, we need us a dual threat quarterback. First of all, Matt Ryan, quote unquote, that statue that y'all love to claim that he is, the man was sacked only twice this past Sunday. Russell Wilson got sacked more than he did. Deshaun Watson got sacked more than he did, and both of them are mobile quarterback. So what the hell did that tell you?
I say this.
Having mobility don't mean nothing. It means absolutely nothing if you can't have an offensive line to protect you and receivers go out there and perform. Plain and simple. But y'all think it's easy to get out there and find you a doggone quarterback. And listen, the day that man leaves and y'all around here stuck kind of fine, you right, like how we did in the 07 when we had them Joy Harringtons and them Brian Leftwiches and them Chris Redmans being our starters, and y'all want to like, man, I sure wish we had. Nah, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear none of it. Because you trash that man. This man right now owns a third of the Atlanta Falcons winning percentage. A third of that. That is abysmal. We ain't never been no winning franchise until this man got here. We ain't never been relevant until that man got here. Stop playing on that man's name. Sick of y'all shit. That's all I got. Get my composure.
I mean, you said an awful lot there. You said everything that, us Matt Ryan fans are trying to get these people to, they believe it. They just don't want to say it, bro. And that's it, man. But we want to thank y'all for watching our show. Once again, this is our second one. Please hit that subscribe button on Atlanta Falcons Nation. Hit that subscribe button on Mad Mike Sports. Hit that subscribe button on Terror Artist 404 Gaming. This is ATL Sports Zone. I'm Tonio. To my left is
it's your boy Big Low. Follow me at Big Low Country.
And down below,
you got your boy LT, man. Follow me at wordplay_kid26 on Twitter.
And we out.
Peace up. I'm sorry, rise up. 8 times down.
Yeah, how we used to say it.